Hey everyone, welcome back to your channel name. Today we're diving deep into Haunted 3D, a 2011 Bollywood horror flick directed by Vikram Bhatt. This isn't just any horror movie, it's India's first stereoscopic 3D film, which means it's packed with jump scares and visuals that pop right out of the screen. Before we jump in, let's set the stage. Haunted 3D stars Mahakshay Chakraborty, also known as Mimo, son of the legendary Mithun Chakraborty, alongside Tia Bajpai, Achint Kaur, and Arif Zakaria. Released on May 6, 2011, this movie was a big deal because of its 3D technology, something Bollywood hadn't done before in the horror genre. Directed by Vikram Bhatt. Our story kicks off with Rehan, played by Mahakshay Chakraborty. He's a young real estate broker who's just returned from the US. Apparently, he studied at Stanford, which they throw in to make him sound fancy. His dad's a big-shot realtor who's trying to sell this massive old mansion called Glen Manor in Koti, near Shimla, to the Mittal family for a whopping 200 crores. There's just one problem. The place is rumored to be haunted. The locals call it the work of Shaitan, aka the devil. And the caretaker of the mansion just died of a heart attack 2 days ago. Rehan's dad suspects foul play from a rival company, so he sends Rehan to check it out and seal the deal. When Rehan arrives in Shimla, the vibe is already eerie. The misty hills, the isolation. It's classic horror movie territory. He meets a creepy rag picker on the way who tells him, only you can stop the hauntings. Rehan brushes it off because, let's be honest, who believes a random guy on the road? He gets to Glen Manor and it's this huge Gothic-style mansion. Think cobwebs, creaky doors, and that musty old house smell. At first, he's skeptical about the ghost stories. He's like, nah, this is just superstition. But that confidence doesn't last long. That night, things get weird. Rehan's alone in the mansion, and at exactly 3 a.m., he hears screams. Blood-curdling, chilling screams. He follows the sound, and suddenly he sees a girl playing the piano in one of the rooms. She's beautiful, dressed in old-fashioned clothes, and she's singing this haunting melody. But when he opens the door fully, poof, she's gone. The 3D really kicks in here. The piano keys move on their own, and you feel like the sound is coming right at you. Rehan's freaked out, but he's still trying to rationalize it. Then a book falls off a shelf by itself, and inside he finds a letter. This letter changes everything. The letter's from a girl named Meera Sabharwal, written in 1936, 75 years ago. It's addressed to her parents, and it's basically a suicide note. Meera explains that her parents left her at Glen Manor to attend her brother's wedding in Delhi, leaving her with her nanny, Margaret, a servant, and a driver. She was supposed to focus on her exams, but her piano teacher, a guy named Aya, had other plans. The letter reveals that Aya tried to rape her during a lesson. Meera fought back, hit him with a candle stand, and accidentally killed him. The police believed her story because they found creepy sketches of her at Aya's house. But that wasn't the end. Aya's spirit came back, evil, vengeful, and obsessed with her. He killed the servant, the driver, and Margaret, leaving Meera alone. For 6 days, his ghost tormented and assaulted her until she couldn't take it anymore and took her own life. Rehan's reading this, and you can see the gears turning. He's starting to believe the mansion really is haunted. So Rehan's shaken up, but he's not ready to bail yet. He decides to dig deeper. He brings in a psychic, Mrs. Stevens, played by Achint Kaur, to figure out what's going on. She's this stern, no-nonsense lady who warns him there's an evil presence here and it's powerful. She senses 2 entities, Meera's trapped spirit and Aya's malevolent ghost. The 3D effects go wild here. Objects start flying, a snake lunges out of the screen, and Aya's ghost makes its first big appearance. He's got this burned face, glowing eyes, and a tongue that stretches out in this gross, creepy way. It's straight up terrifying, and Rehan gets attacked. Chairs are flying, windows are shattering. It's chaos. Mrs. Stevens tells Rehan that Meera's spirit is crying for help, stuck in a loop because of Aya's curse. Rehan's like, okay, I can't just leave her like this. He's got this hero complex kicking in. And honestly, it's kind of sweet how he wants to save her even though she's a ghost. But how do you fight a spirit? That's when the rag picker from earlier shows up again. This guy's clearly more than he seems. He's got some mystical vibe going on. He casts a spell and bam, Rehan's transported back in time to August 17th, 1936, the day Mira's parents leave for Delhi. Now, this time travel twist is where Haunted 3D gets really interesting. Rehan's suddenly in the past, and the mansion looks alive. Clean, bright, no cobwebs. He meets Mira, played by Tia Bajpai, and she's this sweet, innocent girl who's just happy to help a stranger. Rehan pretends he's a lost traveler and says he's into music, which gets him an in with her. He gives her a basket of chocolates as a thank you for showing him the way to town. And you can tell he's already smitten. The chemistry is subtle, but there. His plan, stop Aya from attacking her and change history so she doesn't die. Next day, Rehan shows up at Glen Manor right before Aya's lesson with Mira. Aya's this slimy, lecherous guy. Arif Zakaria plays him perfectly, all creepy and menacing. Rehan tries to stick around, saying he wants to hear Mira play the piano. Aya's not having it and tells him to leave, but Rehan insists on waiting outside the room. He's on edge, listening for any sign of trouble. Sure enough, Aya makes his move on Mira. But before anything happens, Rehan bursts in. Aya flips out, attacks Rehan, and throws him out onto the lawn. Mira's confused, but she's safe, for now. Here's where it gets messy. Rehan realizes stopping Aya's death might not be enough because the guy's already unhinged. He decides to get Mira out of the mansion entirely. They sneak away, but Aya's not done. His spirit starts haunting them outside Glen Manor. The 3D cranks up again. Ghostly hands reach out. Mira's pendant glows ominously, and Aya's presence is everywhere. Rehan's desperate to protect her, and you can feel his determination building. Okay, so Rehan and Mira are on the run, but Aya's ghost is relentless. They end up at a Sufi Dargah, a holy shrine, looking for help. The Sufi Baba there tells them the only way to end Aya's curse is to destroy Mira's pendant, which is somehow tied to his power. They've got to throw it into a sacred well. This is the big climactic moment, and it's intense. Aya's spirit possesses Margaret, Mira's nanny, and she tries to stop them. The 3D effects are insane here. Margaret's face twists, her eyes glow, and she's lunging at them. Rehan and Mira fight their way to the well, pendant in hand. Right as Aya is about to overpower Mira, Rehan throws the pendant into the well. There's this huge burst of energy. Aya's ghost gets sucked in, screaming, and it's over. But here's the catch. Rehan accidentally falls into the well too. Next thing you know, he's back in 2011. Alone in Glen Manor. He's disoriented, wondering if it worked. Then he finds another letter from Mira in the same spot as the first one. This one's different. It's a thank you note. She writes that she was devastated to lose him, but she decided to live a happy life to honor the second chance he gave her. Rehan looks around and sees photos on the wall. Mira with her husband, her kids, one named after him, and she's smiling. Glen Manor's peaceful now. No more screams. This ending's bittersweet. Rehan sits on the bed, holding the letter, tears in his eyes, but a smile on his face. He didn't just save Mira. He gave her a whole new life. The haunting's over, and the mansion's finally free. It's a rare horror movie that ends on a hopeful note, and it hits you right in the feels. That's Haunted 3D from start to end. It's not a perfect movie, but it's got a unique vibe, part horror, part love story, part time travel adventure. If you're into Bollywood or horror, it's worth a watch, especially for the 3D experience. What did you think? Did the ending get you emotional? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more movie deep dives. Until next time, stay spooky, and I'll see you in the next video.